Okay, so I'm a huge fan of Universal Studios, so I kind of wanted to put this video together where I talk about one of the coolest events in Universal Studios history. So if this is something that interests you and you'd like to see me do more videos about theme parks, make sure you let me know down in the comments below. I've always found it interesting when theme parks host events for different holidays. For example, Disney World has Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. They've also got Mickey's Very Merry Christmas. Both of these feature rare characters, exclusive fireworks, and parades, like the Boo to You Parade, which is a song that I had blocked out of my memory until researching for this video. In 2019, California Adventures saw the introduction of the Oogie Boogie Bash, which was a similar event featuring the yearly tradition of featuring new iconic Disney villains to a trail each year. You've probably seen TikToks where characters like Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Sid from Toy Story interact with different guests. While all these events are fun Disney experiences, Universal Studios has its own version of this, which is a little bit more intense. Halloween Horror Nights is a yearly tradition which turns Universal Studios into an actual nightmare. Each year featuring unique haunted houses, as well as ones that are themed to series such as Stranger Things and Five Nights at Freddy's. In this video, I want to take a deep dive into one specific Halloween event and how it affected Marvel. But before we do that, I think it's important that we first take a little bit of a deeper dive into this Marvel theme park and Marvel theme park history in general. Universal Studios Islands of Adventure opened in May of 1999. This park would eventually become home to Marvel's Superhero Island, but interestingly enough, prior to this there were plans for this area of the park to be DC Comics themed. The area looks like it would be a mixture of Gotham City and Metropolis, and it would feature a roller coaster that is kind of themed around Batman versus the Penguin. Ultimately, these plans would fall through, and instead we would see Marvel's Superhero Island. This area would feature 4 main attractions, 5 if you count taking a picture in the Fantasticar, which of course I do. But the park would also feature an Incredible Hulk themed roller coaster, The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, one of the best rides at Universal Studios, Dr. Doom's Fearfall, and finally Storm Force, which is basically an X-Men take on the Teacups ride at Disney. Outside of attractions, the park would also feature different shops and multiple restaurants like a Captain America themed diner, as well as a Fantastic Four cafe. This cafe would serve pizza and sandwiches, which as someone who has actually eaten here before, I can say it's pretty good. Also in front of the building is the Fantasticar, which is actually open for photo opportunities, which I consider to be a major attraction of the park. In 2002, to promote their new park, Islands of Adventure would become home to a Halloween event titled Islands of Fear. This event would see different areas of the park be redesigned each night to have a creepier appearance. For example, Seuss Landing, a Dr. Seuss themed land, would become Booville, where the land was covered in fog and taken over by the Grinch, and Jurassic Park would be taken over by dinosaur-human hybrids that they had been experimenting on. Of course, none of these would come close to the redesigned look for Marvel's Superhero Island. Of course, there are other videos where people have talked about these different areas, but for the point of this video, we're going to stay focused. We're going to mainly just talk about the Marvel Land and what all they did, so let's just go ahead and get right into that. Islands Under Siege to me is one of the most interesting events in theme park history. The basic story of this event is that Carnage has defeated all the Marvel superheroes, and along with some other Marvel villains, they have completely taken over Marvel Superhero Island. This event would include a house known as Maximum Carnage, as well as a ton of scare actors portraying different Marvel villains. This event would become very well known due to its dark and creepy nature, which was shocking when compared to the lighthearted personalities of characters such as Spider-Man and Captain America. Also, in case you were wondering, no, the Fantasticar was not removed for this event, which is a good thing because personally I consider it to be a main attraction of the park. One aspect of the event that has kept it relevant for so long is the amount of lost media and rumors surrounding it. The biggest of these being the rumor that there were actual defeated heroes at the park. While we don't actually have any proof of this, many people claim to have seen them. While I personally am doubtful that these ever existed, I cannot deny that these rumors add an extra layer of creepiness to the event. The next major rumor comes from the following year's Halloween event, where Marvel Superhero Island would be turned into Toxic City. Supposedly, Marvel put down a ban from them using characters for Halloween events after Island's under siege. This rumor, I think, is much more believable. An interesting rumor that I've seen floating around regarding Toxic City is that the storyline for it would have been relating to Norman Osborn, causing the toxic waste to overtake Marvel Superhero Island, if Universal had been allowed to use Marvel characters in this event. And lastly, to kind of finish off this video, I just kind of wanted to talk about what I want to see and kind of a big reason for me making this video in the first place, which is we've got Epic Universe, it's recently opened, and there is one character who desperately needs this treatment. I need, at the very least, for Luigi to put on the Poltergust next Halloween over in Super Nintendo Land. Luigi's Mansion is such a good game, it fits the vibe so well. I need it to happen. I think it would be really cool. Also, obviously, I would love to see a Marvel Halloween expansion again, but that's not going to happen. The day for that is over, but there's still time for Luigi to be relevant. Please make it happen.